I grew up in a family where my parents were both involved in the community. And so that was the example I got. And I guess it's a reward for me to have my family involved with Richstone, care about Richstone like I care about Richstone.
You know, I grew up knowing the Courtneys and the Van Remmens, and it just always had a nice place where this was the group that I wanted to be part of. And now that I'm a mother, it's even more important than it was then, because it triggers all that emotion of wanting to protect these kids, that all these little babies and all these children who are raised in these homes where it's just not safe, it's just not fair, because all they deserve is to just be cared for.
Well, Joyful Giving sort of came about organically with some women in the area, and they're always looking for something to do, and Talia is always front of mind with Richstone.
Talia introduced us to an amazing woman who came to speak to our group about Richstone and her experience. It was so moving. We were all in tears by the end of the presentation.
The meeting we had where the transition house was introduced to us by Sherry, who came to my home and spoke to my whole group, was the one that had the most impact.
And Paul, on the other hand, has been involved for some time with Eureka, which is his restaurants, and they have events where so much of the revenue goes to Richstone.
I started with Richstone in 2004, 2005. It was with the golf tournament. There was no one willing to run the putting contest. It was a tournament before the tournament, and I was such a golf geek back then when I had more time than maybe today with kids and work. But I thought it was so cool to be able to design a course on a putting green that could actually get people to lose their balls on this sloping green where I could trick them and the ball would roll off the green into the bushes for a lost ball.
So I think Paul co-chaired that for 5 different years. It's one of his passions actually is golf, so it was perfect because it's a big fundraiser for Richstone and it's a great event.
He's brought in numbers of his contacts through business into Richstone to support, and so he's definitely had probably more of a hands-on focus on Richstone than even I have.
They're just amazing ambassadors for the organization and for bringing new people into it, and really actually at this point bringing it to this next generation of South Bay givers.
Asking them to contribute time, effort, energy, ideas. They are always right there within the community, recognizing what it means to give back to community.
We have a 14-year-old and 11-year-old, and to be able to share the values of helping, and it's not to just help to check that box, but to see the rewards that your efforts and your contributions have made to people that truly change their lives. That's the message that we're trying to inculcate into our children, and in just small doses, they're beginning to see it, and that's very exciting for us.
And we went to Target, and there's like a little list of what we need to get. We also bought them a bunch of toys and clothes for Christmas.
It's wonderful to be on the Richstone board, and I love it, but it's time to have other people become more involved that are part of the community. And it's really fun. Talia and Paul are of a generation of a lot of young entrepreneurs, young people who have done well, who want to give back. And I like to see that. I'd like to see more of that.